It'll all be gone next week. These people are crazy. That's what I heard one Home Depot associate say to another as they were unpacking this fantastic assortment of Halloween merchandise this year. Several years I've been doing these videos. They've always had the merchandise in this area. This year it's spilling out into other parts of the store as well. They clearly know this is big business and we are here to shop. If that associate was correct, you don't have long, so let's see what we want to buy now. Look at this captain.
Here be another scallywag to join the crew. Step in line and hop through, or I'll cut ye down and swab the deck with your inflatables.
His movements are absolutely amazing. They have stepped it up a notch this year, that's for sure.
Don't be jumping ship now, landlubber. We be setting sail for distant ports unknown. We're out to find the greatest treasure. I don't care who I have to cut down until it's mine. He did not include you.
I really like how they made the sword and the hook hand light up. That was a nice touch.
The pestilence is here. I can sense it. Bring me your stick. It is my duty to rid the world of it. Bring me your wounded.
That plague doctor is super creepy.
I seek vengeance for once who took my head and left me in that shallow grave. And revenge is a meal best served cold. I suggest you don't stand in my way, unless you would like to offer your head as part of my collection. This runs into the light.
This is an interesting take on the Headless Horseman this year.
I am bound to this unhallowed place, forever adding souls and skulls to my collection, as my head was taken from me many moons ago. I haven't found one that's the same, but yours looks nice. How about you give me more fresh air to replace this old one I stole last night?
So he is actually called the Knight Dullahan. Look at the way his fur has been torn from his face. Gross.
I am the embodiment of thy most profound fears, preying upon the frail vein of humanity. In the shadows I dwell, forever bound by the thirst that courses through me.
I don't love the clacking mouth movements of this Victorian vampire. Let's check out Chucky.
As a dog, I'm infamous. I'm one of the most notorious slashers in history, and I don't want to give that up. I am Chucky, the killer dog, and I dig it.
This good guy doll's always good for a good scare.
It's the perfect night for some serious fight. Quiet down. Don't make me watch you again. We need to find some trick-or-treaters and steal this outrageous candy. Ah, yes. The sound of screaming children is like music to my ears. I like the sound of the candy wrappers opening. Look, there's a trick-or-treater right there. Give us your candy now!
I love Home Depot's innovation with those clowns. They can all stack together like that and act as one, or you could pull them apart and have them all three individually. I must admit I was a little surprised at how many people I heard want this murderous maple tree. $250. It's doesn't do a whole lot, I guess. My whole purpose with this video, of course, is to show you the products. If you are interested in checking them out a little bit more and find out all of those prices, be sure to check out the Home Depot website. They're easy to find. I suspect Beetlejuice is going to be really popular this year with a new movie coming out. I do wish his mouth moved, though we do have a head spin.
It's showtime.
Again, I would have liked to see some mouth movement there, but that's monstrous. Geez, this must be the whole non-mouth moving section. This is crazy. I do like this Zero. It looks like he's floating in the air. That's a nice addition to the Sally and Jack props. I don't know if they have a regular size Jack though. They do have this giant Jack. He is pretty awesome. Very tall too, much like this guy. It's a take on the Inferno skeleton this year. Unfortunately, he was not working, so I can't show you him all lit up. We've got this mini little horse here. Speaking of horses, I did find that the horse and carriage, the hearse, was available on the website, but I'm not sure if they're going to bring it into the stores. I didn't see any boxed around anywhere. A couple of different stacked skull type options. One was the jack-o'-lantern we saw a little bit earlier, so that was nice. Let's take another look at this group of animatronics, starting with this burlap sack girl.
Hello, do you want to come play with me? Do you like my dolly? You can hold her if you want. But don't upset her.
There's a lot going on in this section. That sound you hear now is supposed to be the bubbling of this cauldron, I think.
The witching hour is here. And there's nothing to be afraid of. Except for me. Now you come over here. I'm sure you taste much better when you're afraid.
Unfortunately, our card player here wasn't working. I would have liked to show you how he coordinated well with the Marie the Meddling Maid and Dean the Deathologist from previous years. Up on the back wall here, we get a glimpse of some inflatables and those archways. Take note of those on the end. So you've got the pumpkins as well as the skeleton bones. Very creepy. Here's kind of a close-up of that archway. I love that. And they do have a bunch of different jack-o'-lanterns for you to choose from if you're not interested in carving your own, like me. Love to get these plastic ones that I can use year after year and not have to be up to my elbows in pumpkin guts. Some of these are a little bit more elaborate than others. We have a LED Reaper and a haunted house. Let's see those light up. So those are going to look like they're not, carved through, but you just shave the flesh off the pumpkin and you get those designs. I've never been artistic enough to do anything on that level. Maybe if I were, I'd like those real pumpkins.
Please come closer. I don't bite that much.
Love the movement on that face. That's really creepy. And look, they have a skull.
You should not have come here. You see.
I could totally see myself making an animatronic. Well, maybe not myself. I could totally see somebody making an animatronic out of those. Look at the fire effect inside of that one. Wow, that looked fantastic. I do think this one looks a little cheesier, very plasticky, but that might be because the testers aren't working, so we can't see the flame effects inside. But maybe they look a little better with those going. I know Home Depot was one of the first companies to put out those rotten pumpkin effects. And I bought one as soon as I saw it. They were amazing. So I love how they keep trying to up their game. So we'll see what they come up with. They do have an inflatable Wednesday there. I know that's going to be a popular theme this year with the second season of Wednesday coming out. We've got some blow molds that light up. I kind of expected them to light up on the inside. Maybe they do, and it was hard to see, but I wasn't expecting the jack-o'-lantern face to light up. That was a nice surprise. We have some sort of mouse mummy. Not sure what that's about. I guess all of these animals are kind of dressed up as some sort of Halloween character. We've got the pirate dog and the skeleton dog. Not really my cup of tea, but must be somebody's. Otherwise, it wouldn't be here. All right, we've got a rocking chair toy.
Do you want to come play with me? Do you want to play with my little dog? Oh no, it lost its head.
I am not a big fan of these toy animatronics, but I love this bear. That bear just looked so demented and adorable at the same time. Fortunately, this zombie dog, I couldn't figure out how to turn him on. He looks like he probably does something very creepy. Let's check out this vampire bat and see if it is creepy as well.
I have a spooky surprise for you. Peekaboo!
Definitely not creepy. Alright, we've got a crawling hand. This one's got fur. I guess that's supposed to be like a werewolf hand, maybe. The spider probably does something cool too, but again, can't figure out any way to turn it on.
Oh boy, you got really a couple of spooks, aren't you? And the ghost look the most good.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. And Oogie Boogie. I'm surprised there isn't a Sally, but here's Jack. And of course, mini evil Chucky.
Sucker. A true classic never goes out of style.
And a minion, because why not? Back up at the top again, we have a skeleton archway inflatable with the arms that stick out. The hands look like they're going to grab you. I have a very similar one and I love it. What's this? Alright, I'm going to pretend we didn't see that other skeleton. I wish we could look at these, but again, I can't get the buttons to work. I actually had one of those 3-foot skeletons last year, ended up giving it away, but it was an awesome prop. Looks like they've got the Inferno skeleton version of it this year. And of course, the Howling Dog has been here for years and years. Let's go ahead and press the button for fun. A little less fun than I anticipated. Honestly, I wish this thing was a little bit more fun. That's very creepy. Half bunny, half skeleton. I think at this point, manufacturers have just found an easy way to make money by making every possible animal into a skeleton, whether it makes sense or not. Here we have a skeleton bunny with skeleton ears. Alright, I think we've been tortured enough. Thankfully, these last few, of course, don't work. I think we have to pull that yellow tab probably to make them work, but I'm not going to be the one to do that. Up on the top of this shelf, we do have that bat. I bought that a couple of years ago. Love it. Looks like there's a skeleton version of it this year. I think we saw this too before. Dancing Witch. I think I need to amend that to Drunken Dancing Witch. Alright, I was actually most looking forward to this piece, I think. It is a 2.5 foot tall, I think it was, raven. It looks a little plasticky. I'm not sure I'm going to get it, but it might look pretty cool in a graveyard scene. This bunny also is very creepy, and I wish it did something more fantastic than just lighting up some eyes. It is pretty creepy how those carrot eyes light up as well. Someone's probably going to tell me in the comment that that's like a famous character now that I have no idea. I'm not up with the latest pop culture.
Hey, would you like to pet my cute little doggy? Don't worry, he won't bite. I will! Just kidding. Hope we didn't scare you.
I love watching her head spin. This one didn't work, but I found it elsewhere in the store. Let's take a look. It's working.
Oh, how I love the color black. Don't you? My dolly does it too.
And I do think that might do it for the animatronics. I'm not sure that we have any more of those to look forward to, but we do have a lot of other props going on. Everything you need for a fog machine. Doesn't look like they've got a real powerful one though. I think those are the small 100-watt ones. There was a light up spider web, which I haven't seen before. I liked that. A couple of black lights and floodlights and whatnot. You can get lighting kits even for those 12-foot skeletons. I'm a little surprised they didn't have lots of lighting effects this year. They usually do, I think. But on the other hand, I can never get them to work very well, so maybe they've heard a lot of negative comments and just aren't going to do them anymore. If you want more traditional lighting, like pathway lighting, it looks like we've got a couple options here. Some blinking jack-o'-lanterns, some Chucky heads. I don't know why though that you would want like a repeating Chucky heads or all the same jack-o'-lantern going down a pathway. To me, it's just filler. I'd like to do something a little bit more creative, and we do so in my Halloween haunts. So if you actually haven't checked out my channel before, please do so. In addition to store walkthroughs, we do prop reviews and DIY projects. My home haunt changes every year, trying to do something different inside and outside. And I do keep those tours on a playlist on my channel, I believe, so check it out. But for now, let's continue checking out all of these inflatables. So we saw some of these on the racks. Obviously, some of the boxes are here. We didn't film all the boxes of the animatronics themselves. I didn't want to make this video an hour long when we're already pushing past 20 minutes as it is. Be sure to check out the website again if you want to find all of these animatronics, what they're called, what the prices are. It's all pretty easy to find. And they have certain animatronics, and I assume other props that are exclusive to the website, such as Dean the Deathologist, like I mentioned earlier. You can still get them, but you have to go to the website. All right, they do have a number of skeletons, so I think some of these are different this year, but I like that it's not just that plain skeleton, which at least looks a little more bone-colored this year. I do like that, but they look a lot more creepy, scary, kind of corpsey. I mean, look at this guy. He's kind of terrifying. Can't tell if he's supposed to be like, he could be a zombie, be a great groundbreaker coming out of a cemetery. He could be a mummy or even a vampire. This guy might be a little bit more vampire-ish though, with those big bad ears. A couple of more tombstones. So they had some amazing tombstones on the website this year when we got to preview them. And unfortunately, I didn't see a lot of the good ones out yet, but they were continuing to unbox them on the side. So I'm sure if I went back tomorrow, there might be a few more tombstones to check out. And I definitely encourage you to do so because they are pretty good this year. All right, here in the aisle, we've got a couple of these little random things, bags of bones. It's one of those things that you think, I might never actually buy, but last year I did in fact buy it because I thought part of my scene needed some bones. And where are you going to go? You just go to Home Depot, buy yourself a bag of bones, I guess. I like this if you've got kids and want to make it a little bit more kid-friendly. I absolutely would never want to do that. I prefer my kids to run away screaming, crying, never wanting to come back, but they will. Because when they grow up, they're going to remember that scary house on the block and appreciate all this hard work that I do, and I know you guys do too. Hopefully make some memories for those kids. And then make their parents have to deal with their nightmares for a few years, but that's not my problem. If I end up with some neighbors that hate me, well, I just need that little bit of drama to keep my life exciting. I think the most expensive of these tombstones is about $40, which would probably be like that 42-inch one with the hourglass. Love that. But like I said, they are still unboxing them, so we'll have to stay tuned. Before we go, I did want to say a special thank you to all the patrons who help support the channel. If you're interested in joining our Fright Club, be sure to check out a link to my Patreon page in the description below. And I want to thank you all again for watching. Please, if you wouldn't mind, take a moment to hit that like button. Leave me a comment. I try and reply to everybody. And if you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate that. Help us get to that 100,000 subscriber mark. Maybe this year, maybe a few years down the line, who knows. We'll get there someday. Thanks to all of you guys. Really appreciate it. Till next time, take care. Happy haunting.